We're here with the DartmouthSports.com Female Athlete of the Week, Micah Schroder of the Dartmouth softball team. Micah, thank you for being here with us today.
Yeah.
So this weekend the team took a series winning 2 out of 3 at Yale, and you guys have been kind of struggling so far this season, but finally things were clicking. What do you think happened the week leading up to practice to be able to win the series at Yale?
Yeah, so I think it's kind of a strand of things, not necessarily the week before. If you look at our record, you'll see that we've kind of been progressing each weekend. In general, we changed our practice up a little bit, so we just have more behavioral focuses along with softball focuses. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes with character development and just our team clicking in general. So leading up, I'd just say we have more of a cohesive lineup, along with just the steady work that we've been putting in. So it's nice to see that finally click.
And you individually, 10 for 12 at the plate, 883 batting average, a home run, 2 doubles, 7 runs batted in. And you've really been hitting well going back to the Penn series and before that. What has your approach at the plate been, and how have you been able to be successful?
Yeah, so I have a lot of confidence at the plate, which mainly I feel like is just from the work I put in outside of practice. But I think a big part of it is my teammates and the opportunities they've provided me with when I've been up to bat.
This year's team has a lot of freshmen contributing. Billy McFadden out in left field, Matty Augusto pitching, Plonka pitching, just a lot of freshmen. Bryce West has been hitting. How do you think the freshmen this year have been transitioning into playing Dartmouth softball?
Yeah, so the freshmen this year have had a tremendous learning curve. I think they've filled their roles greatly and have really just dedicated to what their roles are. So you have Billy, who is in left, and she's dedicated to being a starter and has proven that she's earned that. You also have Maddie on the mound, who's been pitching phenomenal, and Brooke as well. So they've earned their opportunities, and it's been nice to see them succeed. But then you have Kira, Bryce, and Emily, who have just really filled their roles and dedicated to being there for the team.
You guys have a big series against Harvard this week, and rematch of last year's Ivy League championship series, and you're trying to get back in the conversation in the Ivy League standings. What is the team working on to have a good series against Harvard?
Yeah, Harvard is always great competition for us. I'd say they're probably our biggest rival, especially dating back to last year and just facing them in the championship. I think a main focus going into this weekend is going to be continuing what we did at Yale and keep building off of our progression. And then along with that, I think we just need to compete a little bit more with them and be more aggressive at the plate and on defense as well.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for being here, and good luck the rest of the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Joining us now is the Cape Air DartmouthSports.com Male Athlete of the Week, Donovan Spearman of the men's track and field program. A big weekend for the program, kind of all over the place. You and a few of your sprinters and throwers went to UMass Amherst, where you won 2 events. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Warm but windy, you said before we started, but you still managed to come out on top with 2 event titles, the 100 and the 200. Take us through your day a little bit, maybe what went into preparing for these 2 wins.
Yeah, so actually the first event we had was the 4x1, which we did pretty well. We had been practicing for it all week. We actually got second in that as well. And I wanted to use that race as like a warm-up for my 100 and 200, so I could really be ready for those races. And in the 100, the wind was kind of against us, but I still managed to run a pretty good time. And in the 200, the wind helped us and ran a pretty good time there too.
Now you had a teammate competing with you. Do you use him as a motivating factor? Are you using him to push you? At the same time, when you know you're putting up a good time, are you rooting for him as well to get up there, but maybe, a little competitive, not edge you out?
Right, yeah, definitely. Like, even in practice, we try to use each other for motivation and to push each other a lot. And if we're not in the same heats, because that doesn't always happen, I definitely try to watch his races, and he does the same for me. And so it's good having someone to compete alongside and against, for sure.
Now, I mentioned that the sprinters, the throwers, the field events went to UMass. You sent a couple kids to Princeton in the distance races. But it was a scoring meet, and you guys still finished second despite not having a full contingent of competitors really across all of the events. Does that help build confidence for you guys to at least, in a scoring meet,
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely starting to think about HEPS, and the fact that we could get second at that kind of meet without our full team, that's definitely a confidence booster, and we're just feeling pretty good going into HEPS because of that.
Indoor season, outdoor season, which one do you like more?
Outdoor
You
season
like
for
outdoor
sure.
season. And you have a home meet this weekend, Friday here
Yes.
at Memorial Field. Are you looking forward to it? You know, you only have one a year, so is it fun to get out there on your own home track and compete?
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of friends and faculty are going to come out, and it's going to be good.
Congratulations on your running this past weekend down at Amherst. Excuse me. Donovan Spearman, your DartmouthSports.com Cape Air Male Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.